Yeah, Dollar General is one of them because in my instance, I go there and buy literally everything.
Dollar General's dope. People think it's a dollar store. It's got everything. It's great.
Yeah, it is dope until you try to buy. Well, I don't know. Okay, low key. That before we went into Save a Lot and bought everything, we tried a Dollar General. We emptied like shelves on shelves, and then the manager's like, "Hold up, hold up, hold up." Like, I mean, we're talking like we literally have like 30 shopping carts in line, and they're like, "You can't film in here. Do you have permission to film in here?" I'm like, "No, but just like we were just trying to buy all this stuff to give it to charity." And they're like, "Do you have permission to film in here from our higher up?" Like, no, I'm just
Are
trying.
you shitting me?
And
You
they're
had
like,
30 shopping carts of
yeah, I
Yes,
know,
merchandise
they
to
and
wanted
that's
to
what I
purchase, and
buy
they gave you
everything.
shit?
and no,
Fucking
and then so
retards.
literally, they're like, "All right, well, you need to leave right now. We're gonna call the cops." And I was like, "Okay, but just so you know, I'm trying to buy every product in your store at full cost and donate it to charity, and you're threatening me with the cops." He's like, "Get out of the store. I'm gonna call the cops." I'm like, "Okay." And we just
Wow.
left. I was like,
That is ridiculous.
"Can we put the stuff back so I don't feel like an asshole?" He's like, "No, you can't put the stuff in the carts back." I was like, "Okay, it's more work for you, just so you know." We just went to Save a Lot. We're like, "Hey, are you an asshole?" He's like, "No." All right, I'm gonna buy everything in your store.
Did you
Here you
buy
Yeah,
go.
Save a Lot employees probably like, honestly, I'm a little high right now. I don't care.
Well, we were doing most of the work for them
Oh,
because I mean, I brought like 20 people, and then I ended up having to hire like 6 people just walking by on the street to work for us that day because we needed more like people to stuff boxes and fill the U-Hauls and things like that. Like that's where it's like it's not even YouTube videos at that point. It's like this is a full scale logistical operation where I have to like have a person, I have to pay a person to sit there and track our progress and make sure we're on track to clear everything before the store even closes and make sure he's doing his rounds around the store while this and that and things like that.
that's interesting. I hadn't thought about it on the level of like a logistics issue, but
Oh my God, logistics is our hardest issue. Like, and these are all things like I just want to try to make
you
YouTube videos
barely
and I'm just
see
want
it
to learn it.
in the videos. You're like, ah, yeah, I guess they have enough custard for this. So, I don't know where it came from. I don't really think about where it came from.
Exactly. Everything. Well, and that's what I like about my videos too. And again, I do everything to differentiate myself. If anyone tried to do what we did, they would make it look so much harder because they would show the behind the scenes stuff. Whereas like we'll put I mean, some videos like months of preparation into it and then I'll just act like it's nothing, and that's just kind of part of it. I think that's part of what people like. I'm just like, we have 100 million Orbeez. You don't give a fuck how I got them. Yeah, I just have them. Let's have fun.
Dude, my son loves the. If people don't know, Orbeez are. It's like a tiny little ball pellet, and when it's dry, it's the size of a BB, maybe smaller than a BB. And when it's wet, it's the size of like the shooting marble, the one you'd use with your thumb. And Colin loves these things. He fills them up. He puts them in the like behind the kitchen door that we have like a little concrete walkway to the pool, and he smashes them. And that's
Ooh.
like the end of them, right? Like he smashes up Orbeez. He likes to squish them between his fingers, throw them in the air, whatever. And then they disappear. And then it rains. And suddenly they're born from nothing. Like in the backyard, the little sidewalk thing, like Orby little bits that were crushed and dehydrated now are reborn. And it's kind of funny. But yeah, so when it rains, he goes out back and looks for the pet
the
cemetery
lost
orbs.
Orbeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're giving me flashbacks because we put the 100 million Orbeez in a backyard, and that was interesting. That took like 2 months to clean out all 100 million of it. I mean, that's like that whole video was like a third of a year process because I mean it was we had to like call factory because like 100 million Orbeez isn't cheap. Factories in China and negotiate and like get samples and then get them all over here and then pick them up from the port, and that was like a 2 month process just to get 100 million Orbeez from China, and then we had to like logistically set it all up and transport it and then get the people out there, and then it took a week to film, and then it took 2 months to clean up, and that whole 2 month cleanup process we're still filming videos on a daily basis, and that stuff's kind of happening in the background while cleaning up all the other videos while setting up for the future videos so it's like it is a lot, and that's like where I'm having to learn with management and all that type of stuff because I had no experience.
Wow. Yeah.
No experience.
Wow. Yeah, it's super interesting to me because I thought Mr. Beast was a dope who sat in the swimming pool all the time. but he's actually a businessman who calls Hong Kong to get Orbeez or whatever, and like
Yeah.
puts together movies that need production. And
Yeah,
I
basically.
didn't
And we
even
have to
know.
be working at least like 10 videos out because there's such large projects or like it just won't
Wow,
happen.
10 videos out.
Yeah, minimum. I
Right?
mean, because we have our next 50 ideas already. Because that was our biggest problem is we need because we need to be able to identify the bottlenecks and issues and set up plans for them very far in the future. Because like I don't feel bad saying it because I don't think anyone will steal. Like, I want to blow up $100,000 firework. Well, that's going to take them 71 days to make, and then we have to get Indian reservation and like all these other things. Like, it's a huge project. So if
You
I
have
want
to
to
blow it
film,
up on an Indian reservation?
yeah, because it's like a bomb. It's not legal here, you know.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
And so, like all these things in transportations and assembly on site, and dig a temple hole, and then have you know the perimeters, all that type of stuff. But like, so like, if I wanted to film that in December, like we got to start fucking working on it like soon and things like that. But we got all that type of stuff, all the videos from now until then. We got to be planning them out and things like that.
Huh.
A lot of foresight, a lot of planning. You're doing great, man.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I'm excited
Yeah.
to watch some of your actual shit.
you've hired some adults behind the scenes who just do never on camera, I assume,
yep, of course,
and they handle some of these logistics for you now.
of course, yeah.
Huh. What's
For
it like?
someone like me, like I'm sure some people watching, probably not nearly as many as I think, because you're very popular. What video would you recommend just kicking off with on your channel?
Well, my goal is to make every video the best one. So, I mean, I just watched the newest one. Well, actually, the newest one was very difficult. We went to a theme park, Six Flags in Texas, and we won every single prize in the theme park.
Oh, that sounds miserable.
Well, there's 13 of us, and yeah, I was just like, here you go. Like, Chandler, you play this game, and don't fucking leave until you win every prize. And then Chris, you play this one.
Is
And yeah,
anyone good at shooting a basketball?
yeah, literally, yep. So that one.
I can't get this goddamn ring on the bottle.
Taylor, do you
Dude.
have a knack for throwing ping pong balls at goldfish?
I do not. No. But I can shoot that little water gun right in the hole.